is Rhea. I'm a visual artist, illustrator, and creator here in Austin, Texas, and I'm originally from Houston, Texas.
Yeehaw!
What is it that you do?
I would just consider myself a creative. There's not like one thing that I kind of stick to. I just like to create in all mediums, in all forms. I just like to live a creative life.
So what brought you here to Austin?
I originally came here for school, went to St. Edward's for psychology, and I just kind of liked the city. I liked the people here. It felt like a lot smaller coming from Houston, where everything's just kind of very spread out. I just liked that Austin was a lot smaller and kind of easier to find my people and just kind of navigate the city. So
What makes your space unique?
I think it's just a culmination of just like that international or like that universal feeling. There's not like one thing that I kind of stick to or like one kind of theme in my space that I stick to. I just like a lot of different things, and I like a lot of different colors and patterns, and just a lot. I just like, you know, I don't know, variety, I guess, and just like, yeah, just bringing it all together and just making it my own, and just feeling comfortable and creative in my own space.
How does your space kind of define your art or your craft?
It helps me to kind of focus, I would say, is the main thing. That I like a space that's very like comfortable, where I kind of like it can feel organized in my mind, because I feel like my space is a reflection of my headspace, and when it's cluttered and there's things everywhere and it's noisy, I feel like that's very reflective of what's going on mentally.
Right. Who gravitated you towards your artistry and creative work?
I have just always been an artist. My mom is really creative, and just like I feel like it's just kind of my family background. What really draws me towards artistry and creativity is just being able to like express myself.
Would you say fuels your creativity the best?
Just really my journey as an artist really fuels that. Just the things that I need to be an artist, like empowering myself, you know, creating community, connecting with others. That's really what fuels my creativity right now. Just like being so inspired around all the people I'm around, you know, all the people that all the other artists I meet every day, and it just really inspires me and, you know, makes me want to keep going, keep creating and evolving and growing and just making cool things, because I'm just so inspired and in awe of everybody else that I want to feel that way about myself too, and I want others to, you know, be inspired by me too. So just like igniting the fire and just like passing that flame on to other creatives.
So, where are you right now on your journey?
I have no idea, honestly. Every day I just kind of wake up, and just every day is a journey, I think. I think I'm in the beginning stages of a new journey, I would say. But I'm just kind of going with the flow at this point.
And when you're creating, how do you want people to interpret your art or your work?
That's an interesting question, but I don't have any expectations for other people when they're looking at my art. I just want them to kind of see what they want to see.
Is there a specific type of feeling you'd like to put into your work that you kind of want to kind of emulate throughout your pieces, or is there a specific type of, you know, idea that you want to give people whenever they're looking at your art?
Yes, there's a few like different things I think that I really try to put into each piece. One of that is balance. Balance is a really big thing, and I don't mean like symmetry, but like just like when you look at a piece, I just want you to feel like balance, because that's what I want. That's what I'm seeking when I'm creating. I'm seeking like a balance, like something is off, and I'm trying to get back to that balance. So when I'm creating, I just, you know, I want it balanced. I want you to feel harmony within the piece. I want it to feel like soothing. Some pieces I want to feel empowering. Like for me, mountains are very empowering. They're just so majestic and just, you know, so enchanting. So just empowerment, balance, and just kind of whatever I'm needing in that time when I'm creating the piece. I try to put those elements, whatever I'm lacking, I try to put it in the piece. So when I look at it, I'm reminded of these, these things that I needed, and I can kind of carry it on with me.
What's your research process like when you want to create a new thing that you've never made before?
I love YouTube. I will go on there and just watch other people do it. Because I don't need to hear or read. I just need to watch somebody else doing it and see their process and their technique. And then I kind of just try those things and make it my own.
Time do you work on existing skills versus expanding into new skills?
I definitely expand more than work on existing skills, because every week I'm kind of, I have like a new thing that I want to try or do. And I used to really, be like, well, I just started these 3 projects. I should really try to focus on those. I don't really try to limit myself anymore, because I realize by like expanding and growing, I'm actually using those existing skills and I'm just bringing them into a new medium, into a new space. And by doing that, I'm kind of flexing both muscles. I'm, working on my existing skills and I'm learning something new.
How does space in that kind of space affect your imagination?
It just really, when I think of space, I feel so small but so powerful. Like, I think to me space is just like limitless, and it's just open, and there's just so many possibilities. The universe is just constantly alive. So just thinking about it in that aspect and feeling, like I'm just, basically nothing but everything at once, because I'm living, I'm conscious, and just knowing that there's infinite possibilities out there because of space just makes me feel like I can do anything, really.
So what would you say is your worst fear when it comes to your art?
My worst fear is that I stop trying to grow and evolve. Sometimes you kind of get stuck in a rut, or stuck thinking, oh, I just need to accomplish this, or I just need to do that, and then I'll be able to move on. But sometimes you just need to move on and, keep going.
Where do you plan to go from here? Where would you like to go from here?
I think I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm not afraid to just not know where to go.
Who is one person that you would like to see us do a competition with?
I really love Katie Lewis. She's such an amazing painter and artist, and she always inspires me, just the colors and the technique she uses, and just, her work is amazing. Obviously Swati, because that's my bestie, she's an amazing painter. She inspires me so much, the way that she can just, like at a market, she can start with a blank canvas, and by the end of the event, it's done. With all these distractions and people talking to her and like all these things going on, she can just finish a painting. And that's crazy to me, because I cannot absolutely do that. That takes so much skill. Yeah. And also, I guess Vanessa Rogers, she's just very different from all the other artists I've ever seen. Like, what she does is so different and so technical, and like just the work that she makes and the quality and the passion she has for it is just very, very interesting. Shout out to God.
Thanks.
Because Abigail, she's been very supportive and such a sweet friend throughout this whole process. Shout out to Hubble Vision. Like, honestly, I think working with you guys early last year was kind of like a really pivotal point for me, and just finding this community, and it's been very supportive and really nurturing for me. Sam Soper from Creative Cuties, she's always been very supportive as well, and always trying to create these opportunities and resources for other artists. So yeah, shout out to all those people.
We appreciate the conversation. So, it was done by Abigail. So it's a rare appearance. So
yes,
definitely
I
cherish
like
this
this one. This is going up today for sure. Thank you, Abby. I love it. Now I have some of your art in my home.